What up, y'all? It's Brando. How y'all doing today? I'm doing wonderful. Thank you for asking. But anyways, reason why I bring to you guys is a new Infinite Warfare video over the new variant score streaks that's been found in the game files. There's several of them, and there's three different prototypes. There's rare, legendary, and epic. Each prototype has one buff and one nerf, minus a few odd ones that only have one buff and no nerfs. So yeah, there's plenty of score streaks out there, and let's get into the three different types that we're going to find eventually. Hopefully, these score streaks will be coming out by DLC 2. Hopefully, it's released by then. We'll see what happens. But anyways, let's get on with the video and tell you what different score streaks there are. So for the rare UAV, the steadfast will stay active for a longer period of time. The only fallback for that one is has less health than normal, so you can definitely shoot it out of the sky a lot quicker. The legendary version of that would be Carapace. It has higher resistance against explosive weapons, but the drawback for that is active for a shorter period of time. And the epic kickback UAV, the cost of that will be 625. It'll give you increased assist points, and the only drawback to that is it's higher than any other score streak for the UAV. The Scarab, the Frostbite, will have increased frost duration. There's no drawback to that, so there's no nerfs to that. The legendary Torque has faster movement speed for the Scarab. The drawback for that is a higher chassis weight, hindering a vertical boost, so you can't jump as high or as far with that vehicle. The epic version of the Scarab is muted, has a lower sound output, so your enemy can't find it. And the drawback to that is moves at a slower speed. Of course, that just builds upon the legendary version of it too. So the rare drone package, Score Streak, fills a fake package with explosive contents. The legendary version is when you reroll, you're able to reroll the contents of the package. Can't wait until we get that, just like in Black Ops. And the drawback for that is lower chance to get higher tier score streaks, even when you re-roll them. The epic version of the drone package is only contains higher tier score streaks, and the buff to that is higher score streaks cost, which will be 1,200 points. So the counter UAV rare stays active for a longer period of time, but it has less health than normal. This is just like the UAV. The legendary version, the enemy HUDs are offline, allies are immune to outline, tech, thermal, and AI streak targeting, but the drawback to that is active for a shorter period of time, just like the regular UAV. And the EMP blast for the epic version, on entry, all enemy equipment and score streaks are destroyed. Drawback to that is the higher score streak cost for the epic counter UAV. Another score streak that is going to have some variants to it will be the Vulture, free version of that as well, the rare version. It explodes on death, dealing damage within a small radius for the self-destruct mode, and it is more fragile than normal, has less health than normal, so you can get destroyed easier. Legend version, the legendary version is Guard Dog. It's able to guard an area instead of following the player. Drawback to that is the radar mode is offline for that version. The epic version of that is going to be called Seeker. It roams around the area looking for targets, sluggish, but it moves at slower speed. But it's an epic version, so it'll be awesome. The Trinity Rocket, rare version, the single payload with a large chain explosive detonation. The drawback to that is no longer has two side missiles to fire. The legendary version releases a cloud of toxic gas on impact, and the epic version is able to continuously fire side missiles with a slight delay. And it doesn't say anything about endless missiles, but I'm guessing that'll be endless missiles for the epic version. So that'll be awesome. You can kill your enemies a lot more. Scorchers, the rare version is called Crossbow. All planes will strike the same point. The drawback for the Lone Scorcher is planes no longer fly in formation and come in at one at a time. So it'll be a little bit slower. Legendary version is called the Pulsar. It'll be faster moving speed, and the score streak cost will be way higher than the rare version. And the epic version, you're able to manually choose strike locations for each plane, so 3 locations. And the Lone Scorcher version, planes no longer fly in formation but come in at one at a time, just like the rare version. The Bombardment, supersonic explosive payloads arrive quicker for Bombarded. The warning shot version of that, fewer explosions in the targeted area. Legendary version is the tactician, able to make an extra selection on the target map. Drawback to that is the higher score streak cost. And the epic version of that locks on all enemy locations before firing, and one shot drawback is only fires off a single explosive per location instead of multiple. Now the shock sentry, faster seeking time of enemy targets for the rare version, of course has less health than normal. Legendary version will periodically fire at air targets in view. Drawback to that is will no longer shock nearby targets on impact. The epic version shoots multiple tracking missiles at targets, and turrets have a slower fire rate. So that's the drawback to that. Now the next score streak we're going to talk about is the Warden. The rare version is called Watchdog. It has an additional flare to deter lock-on missiles. Drawback to that is active for a shorter period of time. I'm surprised it didn't have a lower health. Legendary version of the Warden is called Reactor. It has a rear turret that now fires bullets at enemies, and the drawback to that, turrets have a slower rate of fire. The epic version of that is called Showtime. The cost of that will be 1,100 points. You can call in a sweep before the Warden begins its patrol, so it can definitely tear up your enemy. Advanced UAV score streak. Rare version stays active for a longer period of time, but it has less health than normal. Legendary version is stealthy, is slightly hidden through the use of the reflective camo, but it is also active for a shorter period of time. The epic version, enemy markers are always visible and updated in real time, but the drawback to that is a higher score streak cost for that, because that'll be 1350. Next score streak will be the Thor rare version. Higher resistance against explosive weapons, active for a shorter time. Now, the legendary version will be a passive switch thruster. Cost of that will be 1,300. And the epic version of the Thor, each release cluster seeks out targets in view, but the drawback to that is the cluster missiles will no longer track and move within the reticle. The RC8 will move faster with the rare version, but is active for a shorter period of time. The legendary will be the minigun, replaces main weapon with the fast-firing energy machine gun. And the epic version of RC8 will have a higher health and movement speed, but is only allowed to shield bash, but you can no longer use the main gun for that. Now, the next score streak will be called the Apex 3X, or the Apex in short. There's a rare version called Plated, higher resistance against explosive weapons, active for a shorter period of time. The Bloodhound launches missiles, which automatically seeks visible targets, but a slower reload speed. And the Twin Dragons epic version has 2 laser turrets that locks on the targets. It can definitely destroy them. Alright guys, if you got bored to listen to me reading that all off, I will definitely leave the description down below and the link for that as well. You guys look at it for yourself. I can't wait for these new variants to come out, especially for multiplayer. I'm not that good at it, but if I can get epic versions, getting those score streaks will definitely be more fun and will definitely add a different pizzazz to the game. It'll be interesting to see when it comes out. Hopefully during DLC 2. Hopefully DLC 2 drops sometime next month. Hopefully we get a trailer within the next week. Alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, subscribe. Please hit the notification button next to the subscribe button so you can always know when I upload. And please comment down below what you thought about the video. Alright guys, until the next video, I'll see you guys later.